Welcome to SOS Electronic Podcast. Today we will be talking about medical power entry modules with filter by Schurter. Power entry modules, otherwise known as PEM, with a filter must comply with the basic standard for medical electrical equipment, IEC UL 60601-1. Let's see how Schurter PEMs meet these requirements. Miroslav Piskor, a product specialist at SOS Electronic, has prepared a summary of the basic requirements of the IEC UL 60601-1 standard and solutions from Schurter. Thanks to these solutions, electrical devices containing their PEM with a filter meet the demanding requirements in healthcare and home care. The requirement for power cable is protection of any power connection against unintentional removal of the plug from the equipment's power socket. Solution provided by Schurter is cord retaining kits 4700 00XX, screw brackets for universal use 0888 00XX, power cord and PEM with V-lock. Power socket is equipped with a notch that interlocks with a special latch on the connector on the power cord. The requirement for water protection is IP21, which is required for all medical home care equipment. Other medical applications may require even higher protection. Solution provided by Schurter is power entry modules with protection against ingress of water. 5707 with IP65 between PEM and device box and IP54 for connected power cord with V-lock. DG11, DG12 with IP65 between PEM and device box and IP54 for connected power cord with V-lock. The requirement for fuse holders is that energized supply leads have to be protected by a fuse to minimize the risk that if a failure occurs, the main circuit breaker might be tripped and disconnecting other may be life-critical devices. In some countries, the mains plug is not polarized. That means the power conductor could be on neutral line. For example, CEE plugs in Europe. The solution provided by Schurter is PEM with a 2-pole fuse holder that is recommended for all medical electrical equipment. The requirement for fuse holders is that they can only be opened with the help of a tool. The solution provided by Schurter is PEM with the extra safe fuse drawers and PEM with screw-in fuse drawers, found in 5707 series. As for main switches, the requirement is that all equipment should be completely disconnected from the power network after being turned off. The Schurter solution is a PEM with a 2-pole switch that disconnects the power feed on 2 poles. As for filter and the leakage currents through PE, filter chassis, capacitor wired between the L, N and PE are Y capacitors. They produce a leakage current to PE. Current value depends on capacitance, the power line voltage and frequency. The requirement is leakage current for medical electrical equipment must not exceed 100 microamps for devices without direct operator contact, means of operator protection, otherwise known as MOOP. 10 microamps for devices with direct patient contact, means of patient protection, otherwise known as MOPP, all according to IEC 60601-1. The solution by Schurter is power line filters for medical electrical equipment that either have no or very small Y capacitors. Filter and safety capacitors. Capacitors in power line filters that are wired directly between the L and N conductors are X-class capacitors. Capacitors between L, N and PE are Y-class capacitors. The requirement is Y capacitors in medical equipment, Class Y2 for equipment without direct patient contact, Class Y1 for equipment with direct patient contact. Solution by Schurter is Schurter M5 PEMs with filter that do not contain Class Y capacitors. M80 PEMs with a filter meet the requirements of IEC 66011. Filter, energy stored in capacitors. If you unplug the power cord from the outlet, the voltage from the capacitors is present on the power pins until the capacitors are discharged. The requirement is 1 second after unplugging the power cord, the voltage on the pins that can be touched by the operator must be a maximum of 60 volts. The Schurter solution is PEM with a bleeder resistor between the phase and neutral conductors. Filters, attenuation. Filters with small Y capacitors or without Y capacitors have low high-frequency attenuation for asymmetric mode. The situation can be improved a little bit by a filter with ground choke. For more details on attenuation of filters, please visit our website. Home care medical equipment. The requirement according to IEC 60601-111 is protection class 2, double insulation, test voltage of 4000 volts between LN and the filter case, and minimum protection against water IP21. The solution provided by Schurter is a PEM with C8 or C18 inlet connectors without PE, reinforced insulation inside of the filter, 8 mm surface and air distances between live parts and the filter housing. PEM will withstand a test voltage greater than 4000 volts DC between LN and the filter housing. Topology with Y capacitors. Discover more interesting solutions for electrical devices intended for healthcare and home care in our product range, in the special medical product category and in our articles. Are you interested in more information about Schurter products or technical advice when selecting a product? Or do you have another question or request? Feel free to contact us. We are happy to assist you.